Hello and welcome to the next Teachappy book club, and this week we're focusing on Mindfulness, Finding Peace in a Frantic World by Mark Williams and Danny Penman. The first thing to say about this book is that it is one of my favourite books on the topic of mindfulness, and as the Education Policy Co-Lead at the Mindfulness Initiative, I've read a lot of books on the topic of mindfulness, and this is one I just keep coming back to. I keep dipping back into. There's so much wisdom, there's so much practical tips and ideas of how you can weave mindfulness into your everyday life. In terms of the format of the book, there is inside an 8-week MBCT course, so that's mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. So there's an 8-week course where you can read along, take part in the practices, and there's at the back of the book a CD with 8 different guided meditations. And the meditations are guided by Professor Mark Williams, and he has one of the most soothing voices that I've ever heard. So even just listening to the mindfulness CD, I find kind of calms me down and helps still my mind. What is also great about the book is it cites lots of research and evidence to back up some of the claims. So right at the beginning of the book, it talks about some of the benefits of mindfulness. And it says numerous psychological studies have shown that regular meditators are happier and contented than average. These are not just important results in themselves, but have huge medical significance, as such positive emotions are linked to a longer and healthier life. So anxiety, depression, irritability all decrease with regular sessions of meditation. Memory also improves, reaction times become faster, and mental and physical stamina increase. Regular meditators enjoy better and more fulfilling relationships, and studies have now shown that meditation bolsters the immune system and thus helps to fight off colds, flu and other diseases. And there's loads more kind of other claims backed with links to research that you can kind of look up and dig a bit deeper if you wish to. But I think what's really important about this book in particular, and it's certainly been my experience of any mindfulness course I've done, but this book really kind of gets this point across, that mindfulness is not about trying to make life easier for yourself. It's not trying to calm the mind and relax you. Those are often pleasant side effects. But really, in this book, it talks about turning towards difficulty. In fact, there's a whole meditation, a whole week of the 8-week course dedicated to learning how to turn towards difficulty. And what this means is like turning towards the difficult things in our lives rather than trying to run away from them, sugarcoat them, or make things nice and easy and smooth for ourselves. And that, for me personally, was like a huge game changer. The fact that, you were being encouraged and working with kind of experts in writing this book to learn how to manage difficult feelings and emotions, learn how to turn towards them, learn how to befriend, that's the term they use in the book, how to befriend your thoughts and your feelings. And the reason this is so powerful is if you think about some of your darkest, most uncomfortable, most difficult thoughts, feelings, emotions, if you can learn how to be okay with those thoughts, feelings, emotions, you can even befriend them, you can even kind of get used to them and be okay when they arise and learn how to manage them, then you've got nothing to fear anymore. Like, you can handle anything. And you also learn that your thoughts aren't facts. You might have thoughts about yourself, about your family, about your work, about anything. And I think we are inclined, or at least I was, to believe them, to buy into them. And mindfulness in this book certainly helps you to kind of notice those thoughts, to challenge them, to notice the patterns of your mind. And when you do that, you're kind of stepping back, you're seeing things more clearly, and then you're better able to make wiser choices that are more helpful to you, but also the people around you. This book has been really influential on me personally. And also my teaching practice, just little practical things that I've adopted from this book, like really tuning into my posture. It talks a lot about the research around posture and how just subtle ways in which we hold and move our bodies can kind of dramatically change how we feel. So I always make sure that as best I can, I'm adopting an alert, awake, upright, strong, confident posture. And also it just talks about the need for regular practice, and it doesn't say that you have to practice meditation for like 30 minutes, an hour a day. Even just short moments of mindfulness can be really beneficial. So now, with busy family life, 2 young boys at home, I always try and make sure I do at least a 5-minute meditation in the morning. But also the book's really good at saying you need to find moments throughout your day to punctuate your day with moments of mindfulness. So I always try and do that, whether it's really taking time to slow down and savor that first cup of tea in the morning, or if there's ever like a quiet, peaceful moment in my day, I really make sure that I'm present with that and I really kind of soak it up and absorb it. So I would highly recommend, if you are interested in mindfulness, if you've never read anything, or even if you're an expert and you haven't read this book, then definitely read this book. I think it will teach you something new that you didn't know before. So if you've read the book, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy reading it.